Today's devotion is called Setting Yourself Up, and we are on day 191, and we're on July the 10th. And today's morning rinse includes Joshua 21 through 24. We're actually on the very last few chapters of the book of Joshua, so today is our last day of this book, and the featured verse is Joshua 21:45. Not one of the good promises which the Lord had made to the house of Israel failed. All came to pass. The book of Joshua is literally a wonderful book about promises kept by our Heavenly Father. It's this book of hope given and hope received, and it's an example of what happens when we obey and when we live out a life of faith. From the story of Rahab to the Israelites obtaining the promised land and conquering giants and more, this book is full of ways to learn how to claim our personal promises from God. Twice, it is documented where Joshua states to the people, not any of the good promises God had made failed. He said that twice. The first time is in today's featured verse and was right after the promised land had been secured in its entirety. And the second time is when Joshua reiterated this truth right before his death in Joshua 23:14. And during the second time that he stated this, he reminded the Israelites of the importance of obedience. Just like all the good promises are kept when we obey and follow his voice, God must also keep those threats he made if we disobey. We in general do not always like the word threat. I mean, it sounds a little, I don't know, it can trigger people, that word alone, but those threats are merely God letting us know the consequences of disobedience, just like a parent would tell a child or a teacher would tell a student, this is your behavior and this is the consequence of that behavior. It's no different. Joshua's leadership helped the people make decisions to receive the good promises. And that in and of itself is so cool because Joshua's leadership helped keep the people and position the people to receive those good promises. That's just so amazing how that our leadership, our guidance to other people will affect their decisions oftentimes if they elect to, follow after that leadership, which these did. But we will see in a few days when we begin reading the book of Judges that the people began a journey of disobedience after Joshua died, which set them up to receive the consequences of their choices. So stay the course of obedience, for obedience commands a blessing. Stay under good leaders. Stay in the word. Stay humble. Stay accountable. Set yourself up for the good promises and have faith that your life will be full of receiving them all. So let me just say the featured verse again. And not one of the good promises which the Lord had made to the house of Israel failed. All came to pass. And it was because they obeyed. What are you looking for today? Today's challenge to dig deeper is as we close out the book of Joshua, quickly review the other devotions from this book. Just go back through a few of the pages and just review some of the things that we talked about and meditate and chew on what God is speaking to you about the good promises for your life. Are there any changes that you need to make or set yourself up for more of these good promises? Is there any little tweak or anything that God's wanting you to obey that needs to be, implemented in your life so that you can have those good promises? And as you pull out your journal and reflect on this devotion today, what did God talk to you about today? What changes will you make to set yourself up to receive more good promises? Is it having more faith? Is it doing that thing that he's asking you to do that you're afraid to do and yet you just haven't started yet? Write them down and keep these changes close to your heart. I hope today inspired you. I hope that the book of Joshua inspired you. I hope that you walked away with a ton of hope and reminiscing on some of the stories that are in Joshua. And I hope that you really take to heart the blessings that can come when we obey. And I hope that you get this book for other people in your life. Christmas in July is here, right? And so don't forget, the link to the devotional is in the show notes. And until tomorrow, keep rinsing, reflecting, and repeating. God bless you.